Good morning, everyone. Yep, it's still morning. Sorry, a little bit later than I thought. I ended up going to the grocery store this morning, and it was a little bit crazy there, so it just took me a long time. And I had to come back and wash up all the groceries and do all that stuff just so nobody in my house gets sick. It is Thursday, and today's Spirit Day is Jersey Day, so you know I have my Michigan State jersey on. And then tomorrow is my favorite Spirit Day. It's Pajama Day, so I will be in my pajamas, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in your pajamas as well. So today we're going to finish Miss Hall is a Goofball, and then I'll go over the plan for what you guys are going to do for homework and online learning today. Okay, it'll be a little bit more of a simple day because we're going to start a research project, and I'll explain what that's going to look like. So, but first, let's go ahead and finish our last chapter, and then tomorrow we'll have a new book. So chapter 10 is called Pepper Poppers and Turbo Tomatoes. Now that the Veggie Haters Club was just me and Alexia, everybody else had joined the ranks of the plant eaters. This was the worst thing to happen since TV turn-off week. The next day at lunch, Alexia and I sat at our own table in the corner. We were both feeling sad. I didn't even enjoy my Sloppy Joe. Carnivores, shouted my ex-friends at the other table. Herbivores, Alexia and I shouted back. Ms. Hall had a big smile on her face as she roller skated around the vomitorium with a big cardboard box. Who wants snacks? She hollered. We do, shouted all the plant eaters. Ms. Hall was tossing out little bags of stuff. Then she got to our table. How about you two? She asked. Would you like a snack, Dollface? No, thank you, I said politely. I don't eat veggies. Oh, these aren't veggie snacks, Ms. Hall replied. These are junk food snacks. Junk food snacks? Asked Alexia. Ms. Hall reached into the box she'd been carrying and pulled out a bag. It looked like a bag of potato chips. It said Kale Crunchies on it, and there was a picture of a kangaroo. Those look good, Alexia said. Don't even think about it, I told her. That kangaroo is cute, Alexia said, and the chips look kind of like junk food. They're Cool Ranch flavored, said Ms. Hall. You'll love them. It's a trick, I told Alexia. They just made those veggies look like junk food to get us to eat them. Don't be fooled. Ms. Hall reached into the box. Let's see, she said, going through the other snacks. I've got X-ray carrots, turbo tomatoes, broccoli bombs, cool cucumbers, pepper poppers, mean green bean machines, Mississippi munchies, and zucchini zambonis. Said Alexia. I'll tell you what, said Ms. Hall. I'll give each of you $1 if you take one bite. One little bite. That's not fair, I told Ms. Hall. That's a bribe. Yes, it is, Ms. Hall replied. I'm so desperate that I'll bribe you kids to eat veggies. Oh, yeah? I said. Well, we wouldn't eat a veggie if you paid us $1 million, right, Alexia? You'll give me $1 if I take one bite? Asked Alexia. One little nibble, said Ms. Hall. I can use the $1 to buy candy, said Alexia. Don't do it, I told her. Ms. Hall took $1 from her pocket and dangled it in front of Alexia's face. Alexia took a bag of Cool Ranch Kale Crunchies. She ripped it open. Then she put a chip in her mouth. No! Ms. Hall smiled. There's a picture of her. And then there's last chapter, chapter 11, Rebel Without a Cause. Well, that was that. All my friends had abandoned me. There was only one person left in the Veggie Haters Club. Me. Who needs the rest of those plant eaters anyway? Let them eat their veggies, I say. Nobody's going to tell me what to put in my mouth. The next morning in Mr. Cooper's class, we pledged the allegiance and did our word of the day. Then we had math. Then we had social studies. I was starting to get hungry for lunch. Then we had phys ed. After that, we had reading. Isn't it time for lunch yet? I asked Mr. Cooper. Lunch is going to be a little later today, he told me. Then we had science. Then we had spelling. My stomach was starting to rumble. I looked at the clock. It was after 1. We usually eat at 12 o'clock. Can we go to lunch now? I asked Mr. Cooper. Soon, he replied. Then we had library. Then we had computer class. It was almost 2 o'clock. Soon it would be time for dismissal. I was starving. I didn't know how long I could hold on without food. I was starting to feel sleepy. I thought I might pass out right there on my desk. I would be so hungry by now. Lunchtime, Mr. Cooper announced. Finally, I said, grabbing my lunchbox. We pringled up and walked 1,100,000 miles to the vomitorium. When we got there, I staggered over to the table in the corner all by myself. Need food, I moaned. Going to die. Miss Hall was walking around with a bowl filled with snap peas. Who wants veggies? She shouted. I do, all the plant eaters were yelling. No thanks, I said. I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. I opened my lunchbox. Well, that's not the weird part. I open my lunchbox every day. The weird part was what happened when I looked inside my lunchbox. My peanut butter and jelly sandwich was missing. No! This was the worst thing to happen since the National Poetry Month. I wanted to run away to Antarctica and go live with the penguins. I fell off my chair and started crawling across the floor. Actually, I'm crawling. Need food, I groaned. So hungry. I'm starving. These snap peas are really good, AJ, said Ryan. Yeah, you should try them, said Michael. Come on, dollface, said Miss Hall. Give peas a chance. Then she started singing, and soon everybody in the vomitorium began singing with her. All we are saying is give peas a chance. Miss Hall got down on her hands and knees, putting her face right next to mine. You know you want it, dollface, she whispered, holding a snap pea a few inches from my mouth. You want it bad. I was so hungry. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was faced with the hardest decision of my life. Everybody in the vomitorium was looking at me. Isn't this exciting? I bet you're on pins and needles. Well, you should get off them. That must hurt. I opened my mouth. Ms. Hall put the snap pea in my mouth. I chewed it. I swallowed it. It was totally silent in the vomitorium. Everybody was on the edge of their seats. Well, not really. They were just sitting in the middle of them, like normal. But there was electricity in the air. Well, not exactly. If there was electricity in the air, we would all have been electrocuted. But it was really exciting. So, said Miss Hall, what do you think, dollface? Not bad, I replied. Can I have another one? Well, that's pretty much what happened. I guess I'm a plant eater now. Maybe I'll speak to my old friends in the Veggie Haters Club again. Maybe Miss Hall will stop calling me dollface. Maybe she'll stop running dishwashers and bring home the bacon instead of taking candy from babies and eating crows. Maybe Ms. LaGrange is locked in the freezer. Maybe we'll find out what the mystery meat is. Maybe beasts will come to the city. Maybe we'll have to eat Vinkies and food made out of toes. Maybe they'll start selling peppers with toys inside them and portable meat spray in a can. Maybe Ms. Hall will stop juggling knives and tossing carrot slices into her hat. Maybe Caveman will start eating Twinkies. Maybe Ryan and I will dig a hole to China so we can get some shrimp lo mein. Maybe all the boys will have to sleep on cots. Maybe I'll win tickets to Disneyland. Maybe they'll let us ride dirt bikes in the all-purpose room. Maybe Ms. Hall will get out of her pickle, clean the egg off her face, and learn how to cut the mustard so she doesn't have to work in a salt mine anymore. But it won't be easy. And that's the end. So tomorrow we'll start a new book. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because there's some things I want to say about it first, and I don't want this video to be super long for you guys. So today's plan, like the rest of the week, start out with 10-15 minutes of ExactPath or a different website if you want to work on a different website. Then go ahead and make sure you're independent reading, so that's either from your book or from one of the websites and the online learning resources that were sent home. And then today, we're going to kind of brainstorm for our research project. So before break, I guess we're calling it, we did our colony research projects, and most of you guys finished those. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to start a research project about a topic that you would like to choose. So now you're going to get to choose your topic. So what I want you to do today is in Google Classroom on today's assignment, I want you to come up with 5 different research topics that you want to do. So your top 5 research topics, okay? And then go ahead and write them in there, and then put them in order the way you want to do them. And then I'll look at each one, and then tomorrow I'll tell you what I'm going to want you to do with each one. But I want you just to pick 5 research topics, okay? And these topics can be either people, so it can be any famous person. So it can't just be like you or your parents. It has to be someone famous that you'll be able to do a lot of research on. So make sure that it can be like a YouTuber, it can be an actor, it can be a singer, it can be a famous athlete, it can be whatever you want, as long as you're going to be able to do research on them. So think about what we just did for the colony research project. You have to do that amount of research for this person, place, or thing. So that's the other topics. That can be a place, so you can research a place. If you want to do research on Battle Creek, you can do that. If you want to do research on Africa, you can do that, whatever. Or it can be a famous event. Okay, so if you want to do research on like World War II or the Revolutionary War or something like that, it can be a famous event, it can be a person, it can be a place. Those are the 3 things that you can choose from. Okay, so I want you to come up with your top 5 today. And then I want you to look into those a little bit. So come up with your top 5 and then look online and make sure you can do research on them. So after you come up with your ideas, you don't need to write down things yet. I'll talk about what I want you to do tomorrow. But just make sure that there's a lot of information out there on your topic, because if we get started on this and you're like, there's not a lot of information, then you're going to have to just restart and it's going to be kind of a pain. So please make sure that you're picking topics that you're going to be able to do enough information or enough research on. So again, all you need to do is in Google Classroom, and this will be written down, you just need to create a doc with your 5 research topics, and then I'll look over those tomorrow morning before I post the video, and I'll tell you what I want you to do next with those. Okay? As always, email me if you have any questions. A lot of you guys keep emailing me every day, which is awesome because I miss you guys, and so it's nice to talk to you guys as well. So feel free to reach out. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow with a new book and then our plans for Friday. All right, have a good day. Bye, guys.